Hello and welcome to another episode of the Full-Time 15 podcast, the
Thank
Premier
you.
League podcast that is anything but 15 minutes. On today's episode, we are actually previewing the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg at Stamford Bridge
Mm.
this evening between Chelsea and Arsenal, after obviously last night's game at St James's Park, where Man City won 2-0 against Newcastle in a great game of football to watch. We can touch upon a little bit maybe today, but obviously the main idea for today's podcast is the preview of the second semi-final. So, hello, Robin. How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, mate. I'm doing okay. It's Saturday, as we call it. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm doing okay. Looking forward to the weekend with some Premier League football coming back. So it's
Feels
all
like
good.
a long time since we spoke about the Premier League, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a 1.5 week ago, maybe, but yeah, it's
A long time.
we are spoiled. Mm.
Yeah. So,
Ah, yeah. No, it's do, yeah, okay, yeah. Yesterday's game. Do you think Newcastle has got the chance to turn that around because that was just the first leg yesterday. So
do I think they've got the chance to turn it around at the
they
Etihad?
do have the chance. Do you feel it's likely?
If I was to give you a percentage of
Mm.
confidence of how much I think Newcastle could turn this around at the Etihad, I would go on a whim and say about 22%, mate, to be honest with you. I think Man City got this wrapped up. And I think,
So basically, 1 out of 5. Okay.
yeah, one in
Yeah.
five, one in five times Newcastle could turn this around at the Etihad. And that's, I think, down to the fact that one, City are not the same animal as we've touched upon this many times this season already. Two, I think because they've got a nice, comfortable cushion, I think Pep Guardiola goes fairly strong. And then he'll make changes early in the second half, maybe even at half time, kill the game off in the first half, and then start bringing players out. Because one City goal and it's just kind of almost unobtainable for the Magpies. But yeah, very good game last night. Very very pleased with as a neutral just to watch a good game of football at St James's Park and not be involved in a bloodbath for a change. Watching a game at Newcastle, so happy days with that. And just excited for tonight's game for Arsenal against Chelsea.
Yeah. What do you reckon in terms of lineups for Arsenal? We saw Arteta rotate quite a bit last time out against Portsmouth.
Yeah.
4-1. He ended there with a Martinelli hat trick.
Yeah.
I think personally for him, he loved that after the that Bradley incident, mate. But it's
hmm
that's another story. Do you think we'll see the exact same team?
As the Portsmouth game.
Yeah.
No, I think the way that we're kind of set up is very much so a case of the Forest game is the big game. Tonight's
Yeah.
game's massive. Don't get me wrong. You want to be in a cup final. You want to win everything, every competition you're in, and it
Yeah, but
puts
still,
you
it's
in a
just
good.
the first leg, so
Exactly. So it's one of those where we're at the Emirates for the second leg. I think
mm,
Arteta would 100%, if you offered him right now a draw, he would take a draw tonight
yeah. Mm.
if it meant all players were healthy, fit going into Saturday's or the week. I think we're playing Saturday, the weekend's game against Forest.
They do play the Saturday, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Now we play Inter next week as well, but that game is semi not as important because unless we get pumped by Inter, sort of 6-7-0, and Bayern win their two remaining games in the Champions League, and we don't beat Kairat, whatever they're called, at home by a few goals, then we'll finish second in the table. Um, so, or maybe we even finish. I don't even know what the rules are actually, if it's head to head or what, but either way, it's
Yeah.
likely that we're finishing first in the Champions League, barring an all monumental cock up. So there is a world where I see him going fairly strong tonight in terms of I think I think he's going to go with Timber at left back, and Ben White will start at right back. With Gabriel and I think Saliba's a doubt.
Yeah, I read that as well. I think,
So
yeah, and as I say, Timber's left back. That's not backed out actually, because Lewis Skelly he didn't really make too many people happy last time, did he? So
no, but now I've
mm,
just said it out loud, mate. I think he's going to go with Lewis Skelly at left back and Timber will play centre half because Saliba's a doubt.
maybe Ben White could be there with his, he's quite tall.
I would love it to be a Ben White as a centre back.
Yeah,
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 fair, but I don't think he will. Obviously, Hincapié, Mosquera out, Calafiori still out.
yeah,
Um, Saliba a doubt. Centre back options are slim all of a sudden.
yeah.
You could go Norgard there, who played very well against Portsmouth, but it's a different kettle of fish. This one.
Yeah, of course it is. What do you think Eze will get a chance again, or how will how will the formation of the midfield look? You feel
I
Eleri?
no, I think he goes. I think he goes. Zubimendi, Rice, and Ødegaard. To be honest,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think he goes. I think he's going as strong as possible, especially with the fact if Saliba doesn't make it, then we've got a makeshift back four, and we can't have no protection essentially in front of that back four. So
Yeah.
you go with your trusted three. Um, is my thought process, and I think he'll start the same midfield three against Forest and have Eze playing in Milan next week. Because we can afford to rotate a few pieces there. I think I don't know. Maybe Madueke starts. Maybe he uses that kind of Chelsea connection as a like the touch paper on him.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thoughts as well.
And
So it's
Gabriel
logical.
Martinelli coming off a hat trick of the weekend. You can't really drop him, to be fair.
No.
But then you just decide whether you go with Gyökeres through the middle, which I think he will do. Um, Yeah, it's just a question mark about Saliba, I think. And if Saliba makes it, I think he goes Timber left back and Ben White right back because I think he'll want to do that for Saturday.
Mhm.
I don't know whether he's going to risk Saliba for tonight or not, but if he doesn't go with that, then I can see it being Lewis Skelly left back.
Mm.
It appears to be the only plausible option. You could put Norgard in there, but I think, like I say, it's a different kettle of fish, this one. Um,
Yeah.
Marino had a very good game, so Marino could be the starting centre mid in there if he wanted to give another rest to Zubimendi or Rice. He had a good game in there, but I just think he's going to go with a strong midfield in this one, especially without Caicedo for them. Uh,
Mm.
it's a chance to get hold of that midfield
Yeah.
and take control of the game. So yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm a little bit. I was kind of up here when we started this podcast, and now I've just kind of said it out loud that Saliba's a doubt, and then just named the four defenders who would be in his place. And I'm kind of like, oh shit, hang on.
Yeah. And as I say, we're quite slim at the back, actually,
Mm,
um, for a change. And so playing Gyökeres as well, as a striker, he holds up the play a little bit more than Jesus. So he is also then part of sort of getting the team and that
control.
defending collectively.
Mm,
So that would be probably the logical choice, I think. And then Jesus, he's been doing like quite well, when coming on.
hmm
Not so much against Portsmouth, maybe. By the way, it's good that he's getting minutes. So perfect. In goal, do you think? I'm fairly sure we see Raya back in goal instead of Arrizabalaga or Kepa,
Yes.
as they say.
Yes. I think he goes with Raya. I
Yeah,
think
me too.
again. there's an argument that you'll see Kepa next week in Milan, and possibly
Yeah,
even Havertz starting in Milan. Possibly
yeah.
it might come too soon for him, but I think another substitute appearance tonight, further substitute appearance on Saturday, or a rest perhaps, maybe edging back in. He could get a start in Milan.
It's
Um,
weird about for me with Havertz because I've never been a fan of him really,
mhm.
but now really looking forward to seeing him back. You know, it feels so good, and I don't know really where that feeling is coming from. To be honest, it's why am I looking forward to it?
I
Because
think
maybe that will release kickers a little bit.
that's what I'm
Because
saying. I think that's where I was going with. I think deep
yeah, I
down
saw
you're
that in your
hoping
eyes.
it releases the Swedish beast.
Monster, yeah.
I think so, but we'll see. Listen, it's exciting. It's going to be a good game. It's difficult for Arteta as well because he doesn't have
Yes.
much of a blueprint to go off. Like this is one of the things with Arteta. He's very, very detail orientated, as we've spoken about many times.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I go into every game thinking tactically we're going to be spot on. Tactically we have an answer for what they do, and if we don't, at halftime he fixes something, he switches something, and we have an answer 9 times out of 10. But this one's a little bit trickier because yes, he's got the blueprint from Strasbourg that Rossini was using there, and yes, he's got the game against Charlton at the weekend. But these are very new. He doesn't know which players are going to play. He doesn't know who he's going to decide to play. He doesn't know if he wants to see
Exactly. That falls under new manager bounce.
exactly. So
So that's what they have the element of surprise, basically.
exactly that, and the Stamford
Um,
Bridge will be, rocking in terms of it's a semi-final of a cup competition. They've got a new manager.
mm,
They've got a new air of,
mm.
this maybe
A breathe
Maresca.
of fresh air, yeah.
Yeah, breath of fresh air. Maresca wasn't for everyone, but there's a lot of disappointed
Yeah,
fans and
breath.
people um, from that decision. But again, it's a chance to play under the lights, semi-finals of cup competition against one of your big rivals from London. It's gonna be jumping. So
Yeah,
I'm just hoping it's a little bit less emotional from their perspective, because when we played them in the league, it felt very, very emotional from their, like I say, perspective. And
yeah.
the tackles were,
Over, yeah, that was a little bit over the edge, yeah.
yeah. I
Um,
just get through
but
the game without any more injuries for me. If we lose 1-0, 2-1, I'm confident of turning that round at the Emirates. But just the injuries are the thing for me.
yeah, and speaking of, mentioning the score there, I do have a gut feeling that Arsenal will lose, if Chelsea will win. Whichever way you want to look at it. Um, but it feels like, yeah, something tells me Chelsea today. I don't like it, but it's still my gut feeling. I'm trying to get rid of it, but then yeah, it's just it's a feeling, and we'll see what happens.
Do you,
Um,
do you think that feeling or that gut feeling comes from perhaps the fact that if you said to these Arsenal players or the fans at the start of the season where you would rank the Carabao Cup in order of preference of importance, is that
it
a
might
subconscious thought
probably,
from the fans, and that's you channeling that as well, maybe? Is that
yeah,
fair?
maybe, yeah. It's a fair analysis anyway. Um,
Good.
and also there are two games. As I said, that's just the first leg, so it feels like if you're gonna lose a game, this is an okay one to do it.
Hmm.
And even at 2-0, and coming out of this with an okay performance, still no injuries, 2-0. Well, we still have a really good chance then still to turn
Yeah.
around at the Emirates Stadium. So that's good. Did you know that Arsenal is the first Premier League team ever to play 4 away games in 4 different competitions, like in a row?
I saw the tweet about that.
away in the FA Cup against Portsmouth,
Yep.
away now in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea, and then away in the Premier League on Saturday evening against Nottingham, and away at Inter on, is it Tuesday probably. So that's it's interesting. That is not mentioned enough, maybe.
It's I get yeah. It's lucky that the trips are not too far, to be fair. Portsmouth not too far down on the south coast. Obviously
Mm.
Chelsea just across London. Forest
Yeah,
hour and a half up to Nottingham, maybe an hour. Uh,
yeah. It's not that. That's why we were so happy with playing Kairat Almaty at home. Do you remember when
Goodness
we
me,
had
yeah,
we had to
yeah,
go?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so we don't have to go to, is it Kazakhstan?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good trip not to do.
Not to have. Oh yeah,
To have,
hundred
yeah.
percent, absolutely.
Because I remember, because when I saw these stats, I remember you saying something about somebody tweeting something, if you can make it, uh, through these patchy games. It was like 5 or 6 games, like really hard ones. Like
Hmm.
it was it Liverpool, by Munich, whatever, and we won like 4 out of 5, and then we drew one or something. Um, and the question was, oh, Arsenal will never survive this, or how will they
Yeah,
ever
yeah, yeah,
survive this
yeah.
one? But this patch of games, like 4 away games, 4 different competitions, nobody's talking about it because now they are fucking scared Arsenal will do quite well. Maybe, I don't know. It's just something that crossed my mind when you mentioned that. So
Yeah,
this could also be something, that could be up for like a discussion. And if this would have been like Manchester City or Liverpool or fucking Chelsea, even playing four away games with 4 different competitions, then oh, you see, the referees, they really want Arsenal to win, to win this year. You
hmm
see this shit? You see this shit? 4 away games, eh? Huh? Just fucking lucky we don't have to travel to Kazakhstan, yeah.
but yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
I promise you, mate, it would be something like that. But now everybody's fucking just shutting up about it. So
yeah. But
tells you something.
yep. But it's I guess you could maybe it's not quite the same because City were at home to Exeter in the FA Cup, but Exeter at home in the FA Cup, Portsmouth away in the FA Cup, fairly similar. Obviously, travel time you bring into it in terms of what we're talking about away games. But then City went to Newcastle last night. They go to Old Trafford at the weekend, and then they go to Norway maybe in the Champions League. So 3 away games on the spin for them. And
Mm.
United, I mean, they're all fairly difficult in their own right. If you Newcastle away's a tough game. Old Trafford with Carrick as the manager, it's a derby as well. And then the Norwegians, by all accounts, they'll beat, Bodo Glimt or whatever they're called. But
Mhm.
they're still a very good team. Give them all the respect they deserve. They're still a very good team. I think Spurs went there and I don't know what the scores. I can't remember. I think they drew. I want to say.
Yeah, I think it was 2-2.
Uh, I'm gonna find it
If
right now.
I remember correctly. I
Um,
remember watching the highlights anyway.
but like Juventus won 3-2 there.
Yeah.
Recently with a last minute goal.
Mm.
Tottenham drew 2-2 there. So
Yeah.
it's it's a tough place to go. And you know, I don't know. But obviously it's bookended by Exeter at home. And I think who's the other one? Is it Wolves at home after that? They have? Yeah, Wolves at bookended by Wolves at home and then Exeter at home, so it's a little bit lighter. But Man City's run is a shift. But talking about runs, mate, you sent me a picture of Newcastle's fixture list coming up.
Yeah, I
Is it
thought that was like
Newcastle?
an yeah, I believe it was, yeah.
That away, that sort of
I thought that was like a joke. at first, and then or maybe perhaps it was like one in January, one in February, one in March. But this is fucking
Yeah.
back-to-back away games, or like not away games, but really really tough ones as well. On paper. Um,
Yeah, it starts at the end of the month against PSG away. So they go to PSG.
oh, there
Oh,
we go. Yeah,
to be fair, they play Villa at home in the Premier League, right, on the 25th of this month. Then the run starts. So that's a tough game anyway. But then their run goes PSG away on the 28th,
yeah,
Liverpool away in the Premier League on the 31st.
yeah.
Then they have the second leg at home against,
No wait.
second leg away against
Yeah.
Man City. Then they
Mhm.
have Brentford at home in the Premier League, followed by
Mhm.
Tottenham away, Villa away, and then City away.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the dates as well, like 28th of January, 31st, 4th of February, 7th, 10th, 14th, 21. I mean, it's
Every
you
three
can't,
days.
yeah, and you can't really have any games in between those dates, so it has to be this.
Hmm. Yeah,
That is something.
it's a difficult period for Newcastle, to be fair. And I'd be worried about them in terms of I would have been worried, I should have said, if they were where they were 3 games ago in kind of 14th place.
Mm.
They've kind of
It'll
picked
be
themselves up
interesting to
now.
see to follow as a neutral this.
Well, yeah, look, Everton are 12th. If Everton win, they go on the same points as Newcastle, who are in 6th. So a couple of defeats in that run, they could find themselves in a world of bother. And not many games left to recover either, because I was listening to the podcast yesterday, and we're talking about game week 21. We're going to do 22 soon. There's only 16 game weeks left. There's not many games left. Do you know what I mean? Like when you start breaking it down.
And with this run, you've got one, two, three, four of those, and that means you only get like 11 or 12 games to recover.
Hmm? Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
And even the game they got at home
yeah,
against Brentford's a tough one. That Brentford are fifth in the table at the moment. Obviously, their away form's horrendous, but they're fifth in
yeah,
the table.
yeah.
So even that, and they start the
But
fucking run off at home to
hey,
Villa.
but that a. So that is a 5:30 Saturday evening kickoff.
Which one?
The Brentford game. Uh, Under the lights at St James's Park. That'll be difficult for them. Brentford.
It will certainly be. What was the 31st of January, by the way? What was that game?
Liverpool away.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah, that's next week. Yeah, we're watching that, mate.
I was about to say we'll
That
see that then.
that's included in the live podcast package,
Fantastic. Not our live podcast
which
package. In
no,
my
no,
head.
which Rule Britannia is offering. So we've got a ticket now. I think they have like I heard them on the podcast the other day, and they said like they have somewhere between 20,000 and 30,000 listeners, maybe. Um, or listens anyway. I don't know if they are so unique. Anyway,
One fella's
and
just sat there on replay the whole day, just on his little Spotify account, mate.
yeah, F5, F5, F5. Yeah, no. So, and we are two of the lucky ones who've got actually who could purchase a ticket because there were like 200 tickets, I think it was 220 or 190 or yeah, somewhere around that. So it's quite exclusive, feels like. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting. That's the 31st of January. Um,
Beautiful.
so looking forward to that. So
Yep.
yeah, all right. Yeah, let's see if we could play some bets for tonight.
Yep.
I was a little bit more unlucky. You were lucky. So
Unlucky.
unlucky. Well, I say that in a way.
You were though. You
Well,
were.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, you were lucky, so you have some money to spare.
Oh, you got me there, mate. Oh, you got
It's
me.
time to finish off. Mate.
Yeah, no, I did. I did little threefold cards bet in the Man City or the Newcastle Man City game. I just thought it'd be a very physical game, to be honest. With a lot of fouls and a lot of
Hmm.
chances for yellows, and obviously had Joel Linton, who is a walking yellow card. Whenever I seem to watch him play, he does things that just warrant yellow cards. He seems to get away with it
Yeah,
quite often and a lot, to be fair.
yeah. Too often, it's I
Um,
don't know.
but it's a good bet for him to have a card in my mind. Nuno, what's the right back called for City?
Finale. For City.
Nuno. Why is his second name
Uh,
gone blank?
I saw it yesterday.
Why am I saying? Why am I thinking of Nuno Mendes? It's not Nuno Mendes at all. What is
I'm,
his? What's his
I'm,
name? Oh my God,
I'm
that's embarrassing.
just hang on for 1 second. Uh, yeah, there you go. No, we have lost ourselves a little bit.
I was hoping you would have jumped in and been
Ma
like, "Yep,
Matthias, is it?
yes, Nuno."
I just saw the M here, so okay, so it's yeah.
Yeah, no, you're spot on with that one, mate. Nunes. I kept saying Nuno. Fucking Matthias Nunes.
Hmm.
Fucking no wonder Nuno was fucking rattling around in my head, mate. But yeah, so I had him because he was coming up against Gordon, and Gordon is very good with drawing fouls and getting
Yeah.
decisions. And then the last one was a bit of a wild card in Jacob Ramsey, um, who eagle-eyed viewers will notice he didn't actually get booked. He got substituted, but luckily you get the substitute to come in as well, and they take over, and that was Tonali, and he got booked late on in
If
that
it's more likely to me that tonight will get booked,
sat on the bench.
no. Obviously, when coming on, yeah, compared to Ramsey, so uh, it was a good substitution for you.
Oh yeah, I do want to see Jacob Ramsey. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, he's got two bookings this season, so you're not a million miles off.
Yeah. No. Anyway, shall we just wrap this up?
Yep.
Final score for you for tonight. What do you reckon?
Final score for me tonight. I will go with a 2-2.
2-1 Chelsea for me. Yeah. It's my gut feeling, and hopefully I'm very wrong.
Hopefully. I just listen, I think very quickly, Caicedo's not playing, suspended. Big loss. There's
Mm,
doubts about Cole Palmer and Reece James, but I think both of them will play. I just think it's part and parcel of the mind games of going into this game. I think Saliba doesn't play.
mm,
Um, but if he does, I'm confident. If he doesn't, I'm a little bit more apprehensive and we just need to control the game. Just wasn't very impressed with our performance there a few weeks ago. So,
mm.
you know,
Yeah. It's interesting in in many ways. There's so many angles to it.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
yeah, I think last time Rosinha played Arteta or faced him, I think it was when Arsenal won against Hull in the FA Cup final. I think Rosinha was subbed off, and then Arsenal turned that around. So maybe he's yeah,
Maybe he's what?
maybe he's really up for this one. So because of that,
Could well be, mate. Could well
yeah,
be.
we'll see
Be-
what happens. Let's speak after the game, maybe or maybe before.
Yep.
Who cares?
Absolutely. We'll have something to say, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Excuse me. But good one. Another pod done. Another surprise midweek pod, mate.
Yeah, it's good. Well, it's just another chance to listen to our song in it. Full time
Exactly,
15
mate.
podcast exclusive.
A full-time 15. I don't think it's exclusive anymore, is it? Isn't the word exclusive usually reserved for when you hear it for the first time?
No, it's exclusive for this podcast because you can't listen to it anywhere else.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Um,
Good.
all right. That's going to do it for this episode of the Full-Time 15 podcast. If you've enjoyed the discussion, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, share, dislike, do whatever you want. Just interact, with it in some form or another. We're also on Spotify as well for the full audio version only. You can listen to it on your way to work, on your way in from work, as you're pottering about in the garden. We're there with you. So thanks very much. We'll be back soon with a new podcast previewing game week 22 of the Premier League out on Saturday morning, 6 a.m. All the best, everyone. Thanks very much. Take it easy, mate.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Lyle's got the stats stacked high. Robin's got a hot take flying by.
They're chatting goals and red card cries, talking Premier League all night.
15 minutes, they keep it tight, but the banter's hotter than a Friday night. Full-time 15, grab a brewski cold, talking football stories, legends and gold. From the pitch to the mic, they're keeping it clean.
Praying to the podcast,
God, they don't get seen. Robin says,
Lyle, you're dreaming.
mate, that striker's toast.
Now worth the wait.
Lyle fires back, you're out of your mind.
His boots are magic.
Give it some time.
Two voices clash, but it's all in fun.
Football debates till the match is won. Full-time 15, grab a brewski cold, talking football stories, legends and gold.
From the pitch to the mic, they're keeping it clean. Praying to the podcast, guys.
They don't get seen.